Do you see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Come in. लाइट बंद करने की जरूरत है क्या? सामने की कर दो उधर से आके। चलो मैं कर लेता हूँ। तो कौन से दो हैं पता है ना? ये पीछे चुप करो। हाँ आ जाओ। हाँ हाँ कम इन। ओके Okay, so we are discussing interpolation methods. So far we have discussed Newton's forward difference formula and Newton's backward difference formula to interpolate the data points. Is that okay? Correct? Okay. So basically, we classified the data points into two sets. One sets were sets of evenly spaced data, and another can be considered as arbitrary data. So some set of methods will be for evenly spaced data, and some set of methods will be for arbitrary data points. So for evenly spaced data, we have studied two methods: Newton's forward difference formula and Newton's backward difference formula. Newton's forward difference formula is advised to use if the point where you want to find out the output values that is close to the beginning of the data points. In that case, you may disregard some of the end data points and you may create the forward difference table and you may find out the output values. And Newton's backward difference formula is advised to use if the point where you want to find out the output values that is close to the end of the data points. In that case, you may discard the first few data points and you may create the backward difference table and find out the polynomial. So in that case, you can reduce the degree of the polynomial, but still you are not hampering the accuracy of the result that much, because suppose you are finding the output values at the at the end of the data points, then the beginning few points they have very less effect in that output, is not it? You have seen if you. So now what will happen if the point where you want to find out the output values, node point that is close to the middle of the table. In that case, some central differences formulas are there, like Gauss forward formula, Gauss backward formula, Starling's, Bessel's and Everett's. These five formulas you will study in details. Now I will be discussing only one, the derivation of the formula, Gauss forward. You understand this properly, remaining are same. Huh? So let me introduce a new operator which is known as shift operator. This operator will be used. Shift operator. Shift operator is denoted by the symbol E. Basically, these are nothing but shortcut to write down the expressions. Okay. So these are not like we are introducing from nowhere. These are very brief notation which are used in the formula. So this shift operator, do you see students what I am writing? No, students in online mode. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So shift operator is denoted by the symbol E. हाँ डिस्कस किए हैं? Okay, fine then. Anyway, so let me write down. E of yk will be shifted yk plus 1. And what is the relationship between E and forward difference? E equals to delta equals to E minus 1. Okay, so this is the relationship you know. Now, in central difference formulas, you have to consider a particular line. So first, let us consider this table. So suppose you have given infinite number of data points. So in this Gauss forward formula, Gauss backward formula, and remaining central differences formulas, you will have to choose the center according to your wish. If you want to find out the output values at the middle of the table, then at the middle of the table you have to choose the center. The index x naught will be at the middle of the table. So let us see what I am saying. So suppose this is the table. So this is x values, input values or nodes. These are output values. First order forward difference, second order forward difference, third order forward difference, and so on. So here index is not starting immediately from 0. Index will be, x naught will be in the middle of the table. You will choose which element is chosen as center. You will decide. So x naught, output is y naught. So index of the previous element will be x minus 1. These are name of the data points. Okay, these are symbol for the data points. This will be y minus 1. It will be x minus 2, y minus 2. Similarly, few more data points at the beginning. Here after x naught to y naught, the next data will be x1, y1, then x2, y2, and so on. So now you will create the forward difference table as usual. So quickly write down next few terms, and I'll tell you two lines. One will be forward line, another will be backward line, along which you will have to take the values in Gauss forward formula and Gauss backward formula. Okay, tell me what will be the value here? Delta, okay, delta y minus 2. What will be here? Delta y minus 1. It will be delta y naught. Here it will be delta y1. What will be the element here? Del square y minus 2, del square y minus 1, del square y naught. What will be the value here? Del q y minus 2. What will be element before that? Del q y minus 3. Element after that, del q y minus 1. What will be the elements here? Y minus 3, del power 4, y minus 2, and so on. Okay, depending on the number of data points, you will determine what will be the highest order forward difference. So now you note two lines. One will be forward line, another will be backward line. So y naught, the line will start from y naught. So y naught to delta y naught to del square y minus 1, del square y minus 1 to del q y minus 1, del q y minus 1 to del 4 y minus 2, and so on. So this is known as forward line in central difference table. Okay. That way index are there. Okay, and this one is called the backward line. Along this line, if you take the values, that line will be backward line. Okay, so let us quickly take a finite number of data set and choose something as origin and try to understand which one is forward line and which one is backward line. Once you do that, then remaining part I will be discussing. So suppose the data points are so here data points are this is x, y, delta y, del square y, del qy. 5 points are there, so up to del 4y we may get non-zero values. So the data points are given as 0, 14, 0, 14, 4, 24, 8, 32, 12, 35, and 16, 40. 16, 40. So these are the data points obtained from some experiment. Now you will choose. So the what is the question here? You have to find out the output at x equals to 9. What is y of 9? So 9 belongs to here from 8 to 12. So you will decide either age 8. So this 9 is close to the middle of the table. So now you will decide which one is center, 8 is center or 12 is center. It is not like center is middle of the data. It is not like that. You will decide which one is center. Either it will be 8 or it will be 12. Okay. So suppose I am choosing 8 as center. So index for the element 8 will be 0. Then it will be -1, it will be -2, it will be 1, it will be 2. These are the indices. Okay. So once you choose, so now quickly complete the forward difference table. So it will be here 10, here it will be 8, here it will be 3, here it will be 5, here it will be how much? -2, -5, 2, here it will be -5, minus plus 2, -3, -7. No, 7. 2 minus plus, okay, and this will be 7, okay, 10. Okay, now once you have chosen so 8 as center, so the forward line will be starting from 8, the element 8. Next, sorry, not 8, y value is 32, so it will be starting from 32. So tell me the forward line 32 to 3, 3 to -5, -5 to 7, 7 to 10. This is the forward line. And backward line will be this one. 32 to 8, 8 to -5, -5 to -3, -3 to 10. This is the backward line. So you keep this table ready. Once I discuss the formula, I'll come back to this particular data set and I'll ask you what will be the value of y9. Now instead of 8, if you had chosen 12 as center, which line would have been the forward line? Tell me, which line would have been forward line if you had chosen 12 as center? 35 to 5, 5 to 2, and then no more data points are there. It will stop there. So it is not wise to choose 12 as center because higher order forward differences are not available. Because it is stopping here. I mean, if you choose 8 as center, you see up to del 4, you are getting higher order forward differences. And those higher order forward differences, they will increase the accuracy. So anyway, and the backward line would have been 35, 3, 2, 7, and it will stop. Okay, so let me remove these lines. It is not required right now. Okay. So now in this data, so Gauss forward formula, values along the forward line will be taken. In Gauss backward formula, the values along the backward line is taken. Okay, so Gauss forward formula. Basically, these names are nothing to distinguish each method from other. Okay, so there is no, and obviously the methods are studied by the name of the mathematicians, and these mathematicians, according to their name, the title of the methods are given. Gauss forward formula. So if so, how do you take what should be y of x naught? What should be y of x naught? Some linear combination. अगर न्यूटन्स फॉरवर्ड डिफरेंस फार्मूला के देखें तो क्या था, लीनियर कॉम्बिनेशन में था. अब देखिए, चलिए न्यूटन्स फॉरवर्ड डिफरेंस फार्मूला को दिखाता हूं. यू सी what was a naught, a1, a2. Let me show you the formula. You see, once you put a particular value of x minus x naught, these terms will be constants. Once you choose a particular value of x, these highlight underline terms, they are constant, fixed value. They are the, then what is the output? Output is the linear combination of the first forward diagonal. You see, elements along the first forward diagonals are y naught, delta y naught, del square y naught, del n y naught. Those are the values along the first forward diagonal. So output is nothing but the linear combination of those. So that is why in general, what I will be taking, I will be taking the output value at x naught will be linear combination of the values along the forward line. Similarly, in Gauss backward formula, the output values will be the linear combination of the values along the backward line. अब linear combination में क्या आएंगे? Arbitrary constants आएंगे. If x1 and x2 are two vectors, what is the linear combination? Alpha 1 x1 plus alpha 2 x2. Alpha 1 and alpha 2 are two arbitrary constant. So if x1 and x2 are two number, then linear combination will be again alpha 1 x1, alpha 2 x2. Plus sign is there. So alpha 1 and alpha 2 are two arbitrary constant. You have to determine them. So here also you have to determine what are the constants in that linear combination. If you are able to do that, then that will give you the formula. So tell me, let me make it smaller and tell me what will be y of x naught. So let y of x naught equals to, let y of x naught equals to, quickly tell me, y naught or let's say g naught into y naught. G naught is constant. So g naught into y naught plus g1 into del y naught, del y naught plus g2 into del square y minus 1 plus g3 into del q y minus 1. Is not it? Del q y minus, okay, plus g4 into del 4 y minus 2 and so on. It will be depending, there will be finite number of terms if data points are finite. Okay, now in this linear combination you will have to determine what is the correct values of g1, g0, g1, g2, g3, g4. If you are able to determine them, then the formula will be ready. Okay, formula is nothing but simplified expression. If you repeat the procedure again and again, आप बीच के जो कैलकुलेशन है, ताकि आप अगर भूल भी जाएंगे या याद नहीं रखेंगे तब भी कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. आपको अगर फाइनल आउटपुट याद है, so that is what is formula. If you wish, you can directly start from here in each calculation, but that is not required. Okay, so not y of x naught, this is y at xp. If xp is the point here, then y of xp, arbitrary data point. xp is any values of x from x naught to xn. xp, the point where you want to find out the output values, or simply x रख दो, x रख दो. This is y of x. कोई भी पॉइंट पे आउटपुट क्या होंगे, that is given by this y of x. मुझे क्या चाहिए, कोई भी आर्बिट्ररी पॉइंट पे आउटपुट वैल्यू चाहिए ना, पॉलिनोमियल चाहिए. polynomial चाहिए. So for every x we are assuming that the values are linear combination of these values according to the forward line. They will be different, but that is why I am saying, these constants will be changing. They has to be finely tuned so that you are getting the output values. So G0, G1, they will be depending on x. As the values of x are changing, these constants should be changing. So that is what you have to determine. So these constants will be depending on x. Okay. So y of x is G0, Y0, and so on. So that x I am denoting by xp, f of xp. So y of xp. Now, what is xp? Xp will be x naught plus p into s. P will be depending on xp. X naught is chosen as center. Any arbitrary data point will be either before x naught or after x naught. That can be written as xp equals to x naught plus some p into h. P may be positive or negative. Yes. And h is the space difference, the difference between two consecutive input values. Okay. So anyway, fine. So this is just a moment. Okay, so tell me what we have on the left hand side. So we'll start with left hand side. So left hand side. Shall I show you the calculation from the PDF? These are a bit lengthy. If you do not understand, then okay, let me write down. Since I'll be discussing only this formula, so let me do it in details. Okay. So left hand side we have y of xp. So tell me in terms of shift operator. E power p of yp y. So this is, tell me again, what is f of y of xp? E power p into, not into, it will be operated on something. What is y1? What is y1 in terms of shift operator? E of y naught. What is y of 1.5? E power 1.5 of y naught. Initially it was only for integers. Now I am also defining it for fractions. 1.5, 1.7, 1.99, anything. Okay. So y of xp is e power p y naught. And what is e? Delta plus 1. 1 plus delta power p, it will be operated on y naught. Now we use the binomial expansion. Basically what we are doing, how do we calculate the arbitrary constant g0, g1, g2, g3? Both sides will be written in terms of y naught only. Both side will be written. आप अगर कंपेयर करना चाहते हैं g0, g1, g2, g3, ये सारे वैल्यू आपको पता चलेगा अगर both sides सेम इंडेक्स से अगर एक्सप्रेस्ड है तो. Then you'll be comparing the like differences, the coefficient of like forward differences, like order forward differences. For example, what is the coefficients of delta y naught on both sides? That will be comparing. So that is what we are going to do. So you tell me what is this? 1 minus delta plus delta square minus delta cube plus delta 4 minus delta 5, so on. This will be operated on. Is it correct? No, I have made mistake. Sorry. You will have to tell the correct formula. What is the correct formula? 1 minus p delta 1 minus p delta. Okay. What is the expression for 1 minus x 1 plus x power p? Okay, I am thinking 1 by 1 plus x. That is y minus m. Okay, anyway, you tell me. Okay, I got it. P delta, okay, plus p into p minus 1 by factorial 2 into delta square and so on. This will be operated on y naught. So left hand side, let me write down, imply that y of xp equals to 1 plus not 1 y naught. If you operate 1 means identity here. So this will be y naught plus p delta y naught plus p into p minus 1 by factorial 2 del square y naught plus p into p minus 1 p minus 2 factorial 3 del q y naught and so on. So this is the value, these are the terms on the left hand side. Now on the right hand side, everything you have to write down in terms of delta, in terms of y naught. So पहले दो टर्म ऑलरेडी y नॉट के हिसाब से लिखे हैं. So del square y minus 1, that you have to express in terms of y naught. Okay, so left hand side is fine. Is that okay to you? Now look at the right hand side. So right hand side, everything has to be in terms of y naught. तो पहले दो टर्म ऑलरेडी y naught सही है. g naught y naught plus g1 delta y naught. So third term is g2 into del square y minus 1. So del square y minus 1 you have to represent in terms of y naught. So let's see how. Del square y minus 1. So how do you write it? Del square into e power minus 1 y naught. Okay, what is e power minus 1? Basic 1 by 1 plus delta. Okay, so this is del square. E inverse is basically 1 plus delta inverse. E is 1 plus delta, so E inverse is 1 plus delta inverse of y naught. So now tell me the formula for 1 plus x inverse. This is 1 minus x plus x square minus x cube and so on. This is what I was writing at that time. I made a mistake. Anyway, so this will be delta square into 1 minus delta plus delta square minus delta cube plus delta power 4 and so on of y naught. So now operate delta square into this on y naught. So this will be del square y naught minus del q y naught plus del 4 y naught minus del 5 y naught and so on. Is it okay? Similarly, what will be the next term? Del q y minus 1, del q y minus 1. One more delta will be multiplied with del square y minus 1. तो और एक बार डेल्टा मल्टीप्लाई कर दो. So del q y naught minus del 4 y naught plus del 5 y naught minus del 6 y naught and so on. Similarly, what will be the fifth term? Fifth term is del 4 y minus 2. That you will have to express in terms of y naught. So let me del 4. I will not be doing any more simplification. Del 4 y minus 2 will be again del 4 into 1 plus delta power minus 2. Okay, of y naught. Is it okay? You are having some confusion to understand it. Okay, let me write down the in between line. Delta 4 into e power minus 2 y naught. Okay, and what is e? 1 plus delta. So del 4 into 1 plus delta power minus 2 y naught. So you know what is the expansion for 1? plus delta power minus 2. Okay, so it will be delta power 4 1 minus 2 delta minus no minus 3 delta square minus 4 delta cube plus so on of y naught, and you will simplify it. Then what you will do, you will substitute all these terms, del square y minus 1, del q y minus 1, del 4 y minus 2 on the right hand side, and then you will compare the like power of the coefficients of like power of forward differences. So लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में चलिए एक साथ लिख लेते हैं कि लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में क्या है. So from if you call this expression, let's say this is the expression b. So from b what you are getting, left hand side you have y naught plus p delta y naught. So left hand side you have y naught p delta y naught plus p into p minus 1 by factorial 2 del square y naught p into p minus 1 into p minus 2 by factorial 3 del cube y naught, and so on. And what we have on the right hand side? Right hand side first term is g1 y naught, sorry, g naught y naught plus g1 delta y naught, g naught y naught plus g1 delta y naught. What is the third term? Third term is g2 into del square y minus 1, g2 into del square y minus 1. So कौन किस में फैक्टोरियल आएंगे? हाँ करो, सब कुछ करने के बाद सिंप्लीफाइड कर दिए हैं मैंने, सब कुछ करने के बाद मैंने सिंप्लीफाइड कर दिया. आप करके देखिए. यू आर सेइंग अबाउट दिस एक्सप्रेशन ना, आप करके देखिए यही आएंगे. So what we have on the left hand side, sorry, right hand side, first two term I have written. Next term is g2 into del square y minus 1, g2 into del square y minus 1. So what is del square y minus 1? This term, these terms, del square y minus 1. So substitute there. Del square y minus 1 will be del square y naught minus del q y naught plus del 4 y naught minus del 5 y naught, so on. Next term will be plus g3 into del q y minus 1. Del q y minus 1 is these terms. They are these terms. So del q y naught minus del 4 y naught plus del 5 y naught minus del 6 y naught, and I will not write the remaining terms. You got the idea, and so on. So now you compare the coefficients of like order forward differences. So tell me what is g1, what is g0? g0 के लिए क्या compare करेंगे? The coefficients of y0, is not it? So g1, what is g0? So that will give you g0 equals to 1. What is g1? g1 के लिए क्या करेंगे आप? डेल्टा वाई नॉट की जो कोफिशिएंट है वो कंपेयर करेंगे. सो डेल्टा वाई नॉट की कोफिशिएंट क्या है? इधर g1 और लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में क्या है? p. सो g1 इक्वल्स टू p. g2 क्या आएंगे? फॉर g2 you will be comparing the coefficients of del square y naught. Okay, so what is g2? p into p minus 1 by factorial 2. This will be factorial 2. Let me, okay, this is factorial 2. Okay, then you will be comparing the coefficients of del q y naught. So del q y naught एक टर्म से नहीं आते हैं, दो जगह से आ रहे हैं. देखिए, one will be coming from here another will be coming from here. So you will be getting P into left hand side, the coefficients of del q y naught is P into P minus 1 into P minus 2 by factorial 3, and right hand side में क्या हो जाएंगे, minus G2 plus G3. So from there you will have to calculate G3. Okay, so G3 will be P into P minus 1 P minus 2 by factorial 3 plus G2. Add कीजिए and tell me what is G3, and then I'll tell you the remaining coefficients. Tell me what is G3. नहीं, P into P minus 1 into P plus 1 करो, G2 की वैल्यू सब्स्टिट्यूट करो, आपको तो पता है व्हाट इज G2. G2 इज P into P minus 1 by factorial 2. सब्स्टिट्यूट करो, ऐड करो, सिंप्लीफाई करो, तब जाके फॉर्मूले मतलब क्या है कि रिकर्सन टाइप में आना चाहिए ना, तभी जाके आप आर्बिट्रेरी टर्म को लिख पाएंगे. So it will be P plus 1 P into P minus 1 by 3 factorial. So now you are getting the repetition. So let me write down G3 here. So G3 is coming P plus 1 P minus 1 by factorial 3. So can you tell me what will be G4? P plus 1 P minus 1 into P minus 2 factorial 4. What will be G5? P plus 2 plus 1 P minus 1 P minus 2 by factorial 5, and so on. So this is how you are getting the coefficients, and so you see this P will be depending on the input value X. P is what? X naught plus P into H. From there you will calculate P. X equals to X naught plus PH. So P is depending on X. Anyway, so let me write down the final formula, and I will not do the derivation for the remaining X. What is arbitrary point X? Using in terms of the origin, if X naught is chosen as origin, X will be X naught plus certain P into space, difference between two consecutive X values. There will be a unique P. Okay. So let me write down the final formula. So Y, which will be evaluated at XP, that is Y naught plus P delta Y naught plus P into P minus 1 by factorial 2 del square Y naught plus P into not this is del square Y minus 1 plus P into P plus 1 P minus 1 factorial 3 del q y minus 1. Next term is P plus 1 P minus 1 P minus 2 factorial 4 del 4 y minus 2, and so on. So this is the formula. Okay. So now using this formula, you tell me what will be the output at y equals to 9 for this data set. So first you tell me what is P. X naught is what? 8. And what is XP? P is coming 1 by 4. So here in this problem, X naught equals to, XP equals to X naught plus P into H. So what is XP? 9. You see, I asked you find out the output at X equals to 9. So, and what is X naught? Origin 8 plus P, and H is the difference between X values 4. So that is giving P equals to 1 by 4 or 0.25. So now you know, and now you take the values along the forward line and you tell me. So let me write down the values along the forward line. 32 3 minus 5 7 10. 32 3 32 3 minus 5 7 10. 32 3 minus 5 7 10. This was y naught, this was delta y naught, del square y minus 1, del q y minus 1, this was del 4 y minus 2. Only these terms will be present. Remaining, so you will have only how many terms in the formula? 5 terms. You will have to add 5 terms in the formula. Okay. So also p equals to 0.25. So substitute everything here and tell me what is y of xp, what is y of 9. Y of 9 will be y naught is 32 plus 0.25 into delta y naught, which is 3, plus 0.25 into 0.25 minus 1 factorial 2 del square y minus 1. Del square y minus 1 is minus 5 plus p plus 1. So 0.25 plus 1, 0.25 minus 1 by factorial 3 del q y minus 1, which is 7, plus one more term, plus, and you will see first you write down the simplified values of each term, and then you will see each value will be decreasing. Each higher order differences that will be decreasing. Let me first write down. This will be 0.25 plus 1, 0.25, 0.25 minus 1, 0.25 minus 2 by factorial 4 into 10. Okay. So now you tell me each value. First term is 32. What is the second term? 0.75. 0.75. Okay. What is the third term? Simplify. Use your mobile phone. You please bring calculator from next class. 0.03. Let me see. I do not also have the calculated values. My point is these values will be decreasing. I have already told you that higher order differences, they will be increasing the accuracy. बताइए कुछ, what is this value? Point 0.468. What is the next term? This one. And then the next term. And you ultimately add, and that will be telling you the values at x equals to 9. Okay. So that was Gauss forward formula. Now in Gauss backward formula, derivation will be exactly same way. Only you will have to consider the initial value as the linear combination along the backward line. G naught y naught plus G1 delta y minus 1 plus G2 del square y minus 1 plus G3 del q y minus 2 plus G4 del 4 y minus 2 and so on. And again you will write down everything left hand side, right hand side in terms of y naught, and then you compare the coefficients of like order differences. So if you do it, let me show you the PDF now. This time I will not be deriving it because otherwise it will be boring. Okay. So you see here along the backward line, the values will be taken. Okay, so again you see the derivation here. I have not written B naught. The B naught term is not written because B naught term will be coming out 1. That I knew. That is why I did not write B naught into Y naught. Okay, B naught for backward difference to represent. We are talking about backward formula Gauss, and G naught. No, I should. Anyway, there is no meaning in these constants. Anyway, so this is the value, output value yp, which is the linear combination of the values along the backward line. Then again, you write down everything in terms of y naught, both on the left hand side and on the right hand side, which I have done here. You go through the PDF, you will understand, and ultimately you will end up with the values here. So there will be a fine difference between Gauss forward formula, Gauss backward formula. Let us see. B naught, what was B1 in Gauss forward formula? P, what was G2? P into P minus 1. Here it is P into P plus 1. What was G3? Same. What was G4? Instead of P plus 2, it was P minus 2. So you see almost similar, only the little differences will be there in the coefficients. So I am not going in details. अगर सेम फॉर्मूले से आपको अगर ये प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करने होते तो अकॉर्डिंगली यू विल बी टेकिंग द वैल्यूज अलोंग द बैकवर्ड लाइन और कांस्टेंट सबको पता ही होंगे फॉर्मूले से. सेम p will be coming. Okay, so shall I discuss in details Gauss backward formula? No, you go it from the PDF. I have already uploaded it. And next is Starlings. That is very easy. So हम लोग it's okay, fine. Let me tell this Starling's formula. It is nothing but the average of Gauss forward and Gauss backward. Gauss forward formula आपको पता ही है. Gauss backward भी अभी मैंने बताया कैसे डिटरमाइन करते हैं. इन दोनों के टर्म बाय टर्म एवरेज ले लीजिए. तो दोनों में y naught है फर्स्ट टर्म, तो y naught plus y naught by 2. So it is coming y naught. Next term is what? P. There the coefficients will be different. Terms are also different. Coefficients are same. Terms are no. No, coefficients are also different. Let me show you. So first is P delta y minus 1, and in forward it is P delta naught. P P into P plus 1 by 2. तो दोनों को ऐड करके 2 से डिवाइड करेंगे तो इट विल बी कमिंग P square by 2. और and forward difference was same, del square y minus 1. You see the table? Both the lines are drawn there, and there you will see how to take the average. No, here, not here. Here you see. You see? So first is y naught. Coefficients जो आएंगे उसको 2 से डिवाइड कर देंगे ऐड करके. इसमें दो अलग अलग टर्म आ रहे हैं, दोनों को ऐड करके 2 से डिवाइड करेंगे. सेम आ रहे हैं, उसके बाद दो अलग अलग टर्म आएंगे, उसके बाद सेम आएंगे. So you take the term by term average in case of Starling's formula. और उनके बाद दो और फॉर्मूले आते हैं जो सिलेबस में इंक्लूड किए गए हैं. They are Bessel's and Everett's. So Bessel's में दो values you will take. I'll be explaining in next class. If I do it, you will forget. First, try to understand and solve few problems. I'll be uploading the tutorial sheet. और ये दोनों थोड़ा और दिखते हैं, आ जाएंगे. और next two more formulas will be there which are for arbitrary data set, and they are very interesting compared to these Bessels and Everett's. One is Lagrange interpolation and another is neutron divided difference. Okay, just for a moment, silence please. Can I have a PDF sheet? Not PDF, blank page. Please you write down your name and roll number. All of you quickly. And any doubts from online students?
No, sir.
Okay, so I'll be uploading the PDF sheet, not PDF sheet, tutorial sheet. I'll give you some time because problems from whole interpolation part will be there. So you solve those problems which you are able to. So I'll give you some time to complete the whole tutorial sheet. Okay, so if you have no further questions, online students may leave the class.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.